Welcome students. In this video lesson, we will learn the utilization of electrical energy and their advantages. Today, we are using electrical energy for everything. The electrical energy is used to the lighting purpose. Also, we are using it to our heating or cooking purpose. So, we are using for the electric heating purpose. You see, we are iron our clothes using electric iron, or to bath with hot water we are using the water heater, and also we are using the induction cooker which is uses the electrical energy. In the home electric appliance, all our electric appliance in day-to-day life we are using, you can say, fan, light, TV, refrigerator, anything, all the things that even you are using the mobile phone, so we charge our mobile phone also in the electric energy. In the industry, we largely use the electrical energy for the processing and the production of the things, and that is the industrial purpose. And in the traction purpose, in the traction system of the electric locomotive, we are using the DC motors as well as the AC motors. Now the question comes, why? Why only electrical energy, not any other form of energy? For that, we give you the advantages of electrical energy, then you can know the answer by yourself. Now, the advantages of electrical energy. Electrical energy are very cheap. It is cheaper. And also the electrical energy can be transmitted easily. As you know that transmission of electrical energy by the help of the conductors, it can be transmitted over a long distance. And also the electrical energy are very controlled. Means we can control the electrical energy with the help of the electrical machinery systems. We can easily control it. And the electrical energy is very clean. You can see the electrical energy is very clean. Means there is no pollution from the electrical energy. Now coming to electric heating, as we know that, suppose let us assume a circuit, any circuit, it can be any circuit. So whenever a current flows through this circuit and having this circuit resistance R ohm and the current I ampere flows through it, then the power dissipated in this circuit is the power of the circuit which is dissipated, that is I square into R. Suppose let us assume that this current I flows this circuit for the time t second. Then in this circuit the heat that power dissipated is converted into heat, which is given by this equation or this formula H equal to I square RT divided by 4.2 in the heat, that is in calorie form. Now let us see the classification of this electric heating. This electric heating is classified into mainly two types, having power frequency heating and high frequency heating. Power frequency heating method, we have resistance heating and arc heating, that is direct resistance heating and indirect resistance heating. And also we have arc heating, direct arc heating and indirect arc heating. And the high frequency heating, we have two: induction heating and dielectric heating. And this induction heating is again divided into two, that is direct core type induction heating and coreless type induction heating. Let's discuss in details of the resistance heating. And resistance heating having two types, that is direct resistance heating and indirect resistance heating. In this method of heating, that I square R principle is used. Here in this method, the material or the charge to be heated is taken as resistance and current flows through this circuit. The charge or the material that we are using to heat, that may be in the form of powder, pieces or liquid. We have two electrodes are immersed in the charge connected to the supply. This is connected to the supply system. But in case of DC or single phase AC, we are using two electrodes. When a metal piece are to be heated, a powder of high resistivity material is sprinkled over the surface to avoid the direct short circuit. The current flows through this charge, then the heat is produced. Now let us see the indirect arc heating method. In this method, the current is passed through high resistance element which is either placed above or below the oven, depending upon the nature of the job to be performed. The heat H is proportional to I square R losses produced in heating the element delivered to the charge either by radiation or by convection. In this method, the resistance element is placed inside a cylinder. This is a cylinder. We are placing the resistance element through this cylinder, which is that cylinder is surrounded by this jacket. This jacket or this charge arrangement is provided uniform heating to this element. Thank you. If you have any doubt, feel free to comment below. I will try to answer it.